I remember, I'll never forget that moment. I walked into the store and I saw these sneakers and I picked them up off the wall. And I was like, yo, what are these? I was intrigued. I wasn't sold on them right off the bat until I wore them. It was the ball playing community that wore those sneakers off the bat to play ball. And then it started spilling off court.
But I remember a time when we wore basketball clothes all day long, like, you know what I mean, gym shorts and everywhere we went. And we had sneakers on, gym shorts, and a jersey or a tank top because we played ball. That's how we lived.
Let me make a connection for you. Like basketball and hip hop, they're so intertwined. It's not even funny. Like
before hip hop came along, there was nothing but basketball.
When we were playing ball, like we were listening to rap music, you know, and the guys that were involved in hip hop, you know, they love basketball. A lot of them played ball.
So the relationship between hip hop and sports period, but mainly basketball, is really tight and interwoven. Me, particularly in my life, if I hadn't gone hip hop, I'd have been a ball player. Just do it, baby.
You know, so there's always been that connection of like hip hop, basketball, New York, and the styles mesh.
You know, walking here is a very functional part of living in New York, you know. So if you're going to walk, you're going to say, what do you want to be seen in?
The New York kid, whether he's walking to school or walking to work or walking to his corner, whatever job he's doing, you understand? Comfort is key. The components is key. And the bragging rights that the shoe gives you walking up the block is key.
People that look down at your feet, you know what I mean? In New York, you know, people... eye contact after we get to know you, but before that, it's like, yeah, what's up? And then people looking down, you know, and if your shoe game is tight, hey, what's up? How you doing? Then they'll come up.
You want these to stick out more than anything, because the first thing somebody do is they look you in the eye, give you a pound, and go to your foot, and you want that to be like, you want to knock their head right back up, like, woo! You can be bummy from head to ankle, but on your feet, it gotta be fresh.
Harlem has always been such like a headquarters, if you will, or a center for African American style. A great place for music, basketball, culture, history, pride. You know, on and on and on.
Everything like fresh for young black was Harlem first. You know what I'm saying? Jazz was in Harlem. The Apollo was in Harlem. All the flashy basketball players were in Harlem. They were all driving up there in Rolls Royces. Being in Harlem and getting those sneakers, you call them Harlems, you call them Uptowns. You lived in Brooklyn and you called your sneakers Uptown.
Cats from Brooklyn, they knew what time it was. You know, cats from LES, they knew what time it was. They had to come uptown to get Air Force Ones, or Airs, or Uptowns, or Nike Airs, Nike Airs. You know, that's what we originally called it, Nike Airs. That was the original nickname for the Air Force One.
Now, you can go anywhere in the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, wherever, ask for a pair of Uptowns and they're gonna know what you're talking about.
It was just such a beautiful sneaker to wear, and it came out in colors. You know, you had the fruit flavors, what we call them. You had the orange, you had the burgundy, you had the forest green, you had light blue. You know, so that meant that you could dip it up with different outfits. And
there's 1,700 different Air Force Ones. I mean, there is no other sneaker that made that many different variations. Do you know of any?
Nothing is as popular in dressing circles and, you know, in being fresh to death circles than Air Force Ones.
That some people's dress shoe. Like they'll get fly, like that's it. Like I wear with my linens. I put on my little tux with it. You know what I mean? Like and get married in them. Those are like one of those only sneakers that you could really do that and get away with it. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna kill them with these right here. Oh, these right here, go murder them. Woo! If somebody spill a drink, you really end up murdering somebody.
See, it's not just about having an LPS sneakers, it's about putting it together properly. Because if you put it together properly, that neck that snaps breaks a little harder. It's just like, he's just not wearing these sneakers and looking crazy. He's wearing the sneakers with the right shirt and the right hat, and he's killing me.
Hip-hop people stay fresh. They're clothes horses. We're clothes horses. We like to look good, and some of us are really extreme with it.
And when you have rappers or when you have people influencing the urban culture saying like, this is my brand of choice, you know, that makes a huge impact on the young kid. You know, because that kid wants to have anything that artist pretty much produces or uses.
You know, in one sense, you could probably credit hip-hop in general almost 100% for the popularity of both the brands and the sneaker culture as we now know it. But at the same time, it's a little bit the chicken and the egg, and hip-hop in general is a reflection of what's going on in the streets.
It was the streets. The streets made Air Force Ones hot. Harlem made Air Force Ones hot. No rapper, nobody is responsible for that shit, just the streets. And no one guy said, oh, I'm gonna wear Air Force Ones and make them hot. No, that shit happened in goddamn basketball tournaments. Like, what the fuck were those? And then it wasn't like everybody loved them. It was the fresh dudes who played basketball who were like, those are crazy. I'm not playing in those. I'm gonna wear those in the street.
It wasn't like Nike was like, bow, the shoe of choice. This is for you. You know, it was something that was adopted. It was something that was real. It was something that happened slowly, one kid at a time, one community at a time.
Air Force Ones will move without a commercial, without a superstar. They just put them on the shelves and watch them fly. Why? Simple, perfect sneakers.
This is crazy things. Everyone rip off their shoes. Every fashion designers, everyone makes shoes based on this Air Force One. But still, maybe the Nike one is number one.
When I look at all the SKUs that Nike produces, I still would have to say the Air Force One is probably the ultimate canvas for any designer. You can add on to it, you can build up on it. It's such a strong foundation, you can erect anything up on it. That's what the Air Force One to me is.
It's the classic Nike, but even beyond just Nikes, it's the most classic sneaker out there.
With the white on white, that's it. I mean, they're too pure to play basketball in. And they're like a basketball sneaker. But just the lines and the purity of the white, I mean, they're so white. I mean, when you open up the box, let me say, when you open up a box of these, right, if you listen closely, you can hear the angels in heaven, right, sing, right? You open the box slowly and it's like, and you got these beautiful, pristine, white, all white ups with not a scuff on them. It's like, oh my God. That's what it is, B. That's what it is.
You know, and that's the passion that a lot of these kids in the hip-hop community had towards footwear. Similar to my girl. You're good for me. You touch me right. You feel right. You're gushy. I'm coming back. I'm going to represent you. Represent me.
I'm not flirting with anybody else. Just give me one. Got one girl. Just one. That's all I need. Perfect marriage. My shoes, my game, my sport. I do.
It's definitely married to the shoe. Does it have some other baby mama? You know what I mean? Does it have some other friends? Does it have some other little whatever on the side? Yeah. But is this probably the one? Is this like the one that I'm calling my baby mama? This is the baby mama. You know what I mean? And I need to see her.
Yo, you can't, people try to like theorize this whole sneaker phenomenon to like such a deep level. It's so simple. You make a nice looking sneaker that's comfortable, people gonna wear it. It's that simple.
It is what it is, you know, it's love is love.